All right, welcome back everyone to the Horror Returns. I'm Lance, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts Brian and Philip. Nez couldn't make it tonight, but he might jump on later. We might have a few other surprise guests, but in the meantime, from the land down under, it that's horrible.
You want to do
No,
that over
say
again?
no. I want Bede to do it because he has the literal Australian accent. So. Bede, welcome.
First of all, Lance, as an Australian, I am deeply offended.
Uh-oh.
You messed
Well,
up. You messed up the Australian intro, and I'm very upset.
Okay, so offending people is apparently our modus operandi around here at the Horror Return. So at least we're still on track. So what's been going on, Bede?
Oh, not too much, man. I've sort of been very busy as the last few weeks because, Christmas is coming up. So I've been doing and organizing stuff with that. And then at least by the time when this episode drops, I'll be on my way to go visit family for Christmas. And also
Very nice.
I'm getting over having my first batch of COVID. So that was fun.
Wow. At last. All right. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I know. I went nearly 3 years without catching it, and then it finally caught me.
Well, it's about fucking time, you asshole.
That being said, though, it wasn't too bad because I had a whole 4 shots up to this point, and so it didn't hit me as hard as it did for other people because my brother who lives with me, he caught it as well. But he caught it first, and I think I may have caught it from here. But I was just pumping myself every day with Panadol and everything like that. So I was just I went through all the symptoms. It was weird, but then I just started feeling better. So yeah, it was. I definitely knew within the first few days something was off, and I felt different.
Yes.
But now I feel a lot better now. I tested myself. Sorry, go ahead.
Something was amiss.
Yeah, exactly. But I tested myself this morning, and I'm all clean now. So no more COVID. Beautiful. In my system. Beautiful. So
all right.
If you listen to, I think, my latest episode of my new podcast, Bede versus the Living Dead, I was at the time unaware I had COVID. So if I rambled on that episode, that's probably why I'm blaming it on that. So that's just me.
Okay, we'll blame it on that and not the Foster's Lager, because we know you guys drink that like water over there, right?
Lance, you should know better than no real Australian drinks Foster's because it tastes like cow piss. We drink the real beer, not that bullshit Foster's.
Understood. That's for the tourist.
Exactly. That'd be like the same if I went to the US and started drinking Budweiser.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, well, man.
That's pretty normal, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately. We're happy to have you here, man. So this Bede versus the Living Dead, I did listen to your first episode. I haven't gotten any further than that. So where are you guys at now in the entire sequence?
Well, so far there have been 4 episodes released, and I've just recorded the 5th episode, which will be the first one released next year. So, yeah, I've already covered quite a lot of ground because, I've already talked about the original 68 film, which was the first episode, then the 1990 remake. And then on the 3rd episode, I chatted with a guest, about a short film parody of Night of the Living Dead called Night of the Living Bread.
Oh, God.
And then I watched a redubbed version of the film with the longest title in history, which is called Night of the Day of the Dawn of the Bride of the Son of the blah 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 blah. It's like a 26-word title. And let's just say that movie was an eye-opening experience because let's just say you couldn't make a movie like that today because there's a lot of problematic things in it. And then on the most recent episode I did, which is the 4th one, was the 30th anniversary edition, which is basically they went back and shot 15 minutes of new footage to add into the movie. And then, of course, somehow that 15 minutes of new footage got itself a sequel called Children of the Living Dead, which is almost all too hilarious, which I definitely recommend you guys need to do a commentary on because it is hilarious.
Okay.
And yeah, the new one I did recently was for the colorized version of the film, and as well as the live riff tracks version of the film as well.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Well, we will definitely stay tuned. What's going on with the Super Network?
Yeah, well, things have been going good at the Super Network. We've been a bit sporadic in terms of our usual shows because we like our regular scheduled programming has been kind of all over the place because both Marcy and I have been busy for different things. So we've dropped a new episode of the Super Podcast, which is on our top 3 books that changed our lives. So that was a really good episode
nice.
to do.
Okay.
And I believe later today I'm going to be recording without Marcy because she's unable to join an episode of the King Zone. And also, we're going to try to squeeze in a few other episodes as well, like another To Be Tuesdays episode and a few others before the year goes out. But yeah, but I think, yeah, it's just kind of been a bit sporadic these last few months. But I think once January comes around, we should get back to our normal programming in terms of our regular shows that we do each week. So yeah, so can't wait to get this month out of the way because Christmas is always the busiest time of the year.
Oh yeah, for all of us. All right, man. Well, you know how we start out the show. Cool of the week. You're our guest. You got it.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 things because, like, over the last few weeks, I've been doing 25 days of Christmas horror. So I've been watching at least one Christmas horror film per day.
And I've been watching 31 Days of Hallmark horror with my wife.
Well, I've been trying to watch other Christmas movies, and I've watched some of the Hallmark-esque Netflix Christmas movies, and those have been bit of an eye-opening experience as well. But in terms of what I've been enjoying so far of my 25 days of horror, of Christmas horror, I would say probably the 2 best ones I've enjoyed so far have been The Curse of the Cat People, which is the sequel to the original 30s version of Cat People.
It's not very Christmassy, but I'll take your word for it.
It is a Christmas movie because it does go into Christmas in the last half. But that being said, though, even though it's a movie called The Curse of the Cat People, there's no cat people in this movie.
Nary a cat in sight. Okay.
Exactly. Like it's basically it has some of the same characters from the original film, but it's a whole completely different story. It's kind of more of this sort of coming of age fantasy horror story. And like even though yes, it's a bit annoying that it's called Curse of the Cat People and there's no reason why it's given that title, but it's still a really good film on its own and definitely quite
Wait, there's not cat people?
There's a cat in it, but no cat people.
What?
At least there's a cat.
It is the original Troll 2 of the 1930s.
I remember watching a movie called Curse of the Cat Woman. Very good. Look that up.
But it's still a great film on its own if you kind of take it as a standalone thing. And the other one... But the other one, of course, is this movie I watched. It's absolutely stupid, but I couldn't help but loved every single moment of it, is Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Killer Mutant Snowman.
Is this the one where he goes to Hawaii?
Yes. It should have been called Jack Frost Goes to Hawaii, because that's the plot of the film. It looked like it cost about $100 to make. It is shot lo-fi digital or like somebody's home video camera, and it is absolutely glorious from beginning to end.
Okay, well, a snowman going to Hawaii that can't end well.
It is just ridiculous. I don't know if you guys have seen the original Jack Frost film.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but
Brian made us watch it.
But I definitely would recommend
use a
make
word. I didn't make anybody.
But I actually do recommend the sequel because I kept hearing from people it's like worse than the first one, and it is, but at the same time it's even more enjoyable.
Nice. All right,
I didn't hate that movie.
It's fun.
So yeah, those are my cools of the week this week.
Nice. Got a twofer.
I'll jump
Yes.
in. I'll
All
kind
right,
of segue. I'll segue. What are we doing here?
You got to say.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll segue off of Bede. I've been watching a lot of. I've mentioned him before. This guy Jason Brandt. He has a YouTube channel
Okay.
where he does So Bad It's Good movies, and I think his videos are hilarious. He just I haven't seen his new one, his new videos, the movie Lady Terminator, but I watched
God.
I watched the
Wasn't that
video
like the third
before. I watched the video before that, and it's L.A. AIDS jabber.
I've seen that movie pop up on Tubi a lot, and I'm very, very curious and terrified to watch it.
It's a movie. somebody filmed it.
Okay.
It somewhat lives up to its title, and but the commentary, it's usually him. Well, it's always him, his wife, and various friends that join him, and they just kind of watch the movie and kind of riff off of it.
Okay.
Super hilarious. He also does a podcast, a horror podcast called The Final Guys. Good podcast too. So
Okay. I've heard of that one.
and Lance, he's a author too. He writes books.
Well, does he write one about the LA AIDS jammer?
Jabber, get it
Oh,
right.
jabber.
That was the porn version. The one.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you can understand my misconception there.
yes.
Love
But-
jamming.
A lot. He does a lot of horror, action, just anything that's so bad it's good type movies, and the commentary is hilarious, and they get drunk while watching it too, so that just adds to the fun.
All right. So are we doing final guys for cool of the week or
Uh,
LA AIDS spreader?
I don't know what's going on anymore. Just put Jason Brandt.
Okay, there you go.
That's the name
Keep
of
it
his
simple.
YouTube channel.
All right. Jason Brandt. BRANDT?
BRANT.
Okay, got it.
Well, I'll jump in.
Well, I thought Ryan was going to save us, Philip.
No, and I don't have much this week. Definitely wasn't the Cowboys' performance. The heartbreaker. Lost it in overtime.
They're pretty much out now.
No, I think they'll still make the playoffs.
Oh, true Cowboy fan talking here. Mathematically, you got a chance.
But I'm not putting a whole lot of faith in them.
All right.
And then I rewatched Violent Night with the family again.
Oh,
Dude,
yes.
Nice.
Great movie.
Might be one of my new favorite Christmas movies. It's making the rotation every year for sure. That one and Elf. I'm happy
Cool.
with those two.
Well, yeah, Elf is in there every single year for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely my favorite Christmas movie. But this one's moving up the list.
Nice.
And that's pretty much all I got. Dealing
All
with
right.
kids' sports and internet issues.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll second it, man. I'm going at Violent Night as well. Took the grandkids to see it, and they absolutely loved it. So we'll give 2 votes for Violent Night. Bede, is that out in Australia yet?
Oh, it has been like for a few weeks now because I think it opened the exact same time as it did over in the US, but I haven't had a chance to go see it because, well, COVID. So I haven't been able to leave. Yeah, well, not only that, I have had to basically stay in my flat for like 3 weeks because my brother caught it, so I had to like isolate and as well. And then I caught it, so I had to stay on for another few weeks. So I'm kind of a bit annoyed because I wanted to go see that and also Avatar 2 since that's out at the moment. So I don't think, given that I'm going away in a few days and I have so much to do, I'm probably not going to be able to have the time to check it out. So I'm slightly annoyed by it. So, but I'll definitely need to check out Violent Night for sure once I can.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that has zero desire to see Avatar? I just really
Well,
don't care.
I mean, it is a 3.5-hour movie, so that's
that
kind of tough.
makes me want to watch it less. All right.
And on that note,
Shock the room.
we're off to a great start here, guys.
I tell you. All right. Well, I guess we're skipping trailers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but we do have a podcast spotlight, and this week the podcast spotlight shines on Murmurs from the Morgue. Murmurs from the Morgue is a monthly podcast where two spooky gals from iHorror discuss their favorite horror movies in depth and in lists. Get more horror movie news at https://www.ihorror.com. And that's all we're going to do for listener feedback. But as always, our show intro and some of the new artwork that we may be putting up soon comes from Steve Carlton from The Geeks. The original stuff on our t-shirts comes from Natsulani, so check her out or go to our website and buy a t-shirt. And if you'd like to help us out, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. We'll let you pick the movies for a future show at any amount, and for $5 or more a month, also pick a commentary for a future bonus show, just like this. And if you have a chance, please give us a 5-star Apple Podcast review, and we'll move on to our featured attractions.
Real quick announcement: new Instagram page for Stream Fiends is now THR_Stream Fiends. For some reason, the other page was deactivated. They said I infringed on copyright issues for something.
What
which I haven't posted in the Stream Fiends Instagram page in like weeks. So
okay, well.
And when I started the new one, they deactivated that one 5 minutes in, and then told me it was a mistake, and then reactivated it, but not the old one.
Okay, well, so. and on that note, all of our old re-uploads are going up without the music. So a certain you blank 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 Versal music can't get us.
They can. And they will.
Yeah. The social media cops.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, we'll start it up with Santa's Sleigh.
Oh, no.
Goldberg. Santa Claus is actually a demon who lost a bet with an angel, so he becomes the giver of toys and happiness. But when the bet is off, he returns to his evil ways.
Oh, boy.
Director and writer is David Steinman, also known for absolutely nothing else. At the end of the film,
is that true, Brian? Or has he done something?
I don't know.
Probably short, at least, right?
Maybe a short something. I don't know. Did some trailers. Goldberg's buddy, apparently. At the end of the film's credits, Santa breaks the fourth wall, saying, "Who's next?" And during his wrestling career, Bill Goldberg made this a catchphrase after pinning his opponents. While filming the final Zamboni scene in Bruderheim, Alberta, one of the film trailers caught fire. The movie is part of the notorious German Schleifaz series. Thus it was aired December 2019 on German TV station Tele 5. Schleifaz is a German abbreviation, means the worst films ever. Oh, okay, that works. In that series, two hosts, I don't know what that means, present the whole flick and make fun of it throughout the movie, kind of like we're about to do.
So, maybe, or it might be a really serious movie, right, Bede?
Yeah, exactly. It is totally a serious movie. It is like the Citizen Kane of Killer Santa Claus movies.
Oh my God. We are in for a treat, guys. We're in for a treat.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll get super turned on. I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway, so I've got the movie because I'm screen sharing the movie from my end. So I'm ready to count down now, and we'll get started.
All right.
All right, let's do this. I'll count us down from 5, and when I say go, I'll play the movie in 5,
right.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. And hopefully this works. There we go.
Who's next?
Not quite the same ring as Goldberg says it.
I'm sure it's not. Ah, very Christmassy. I like it.
Looks like the Home Alone house.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember those from Home Alone.
The nice turkey breast.
Yes. It was a bit burnt, though, that turkey breast.
See, it's got some. That's Fran Drescher, dude.
Is that Fran Drescher?
Yeah.
And also Chris Kattan and Rebecca Gayheart.
Yeah.
Chris Kattan, you're right.
There's some people in this.
Oh my God, Goldberg has some friends.
There's one more actor about to pop up that might
Yep.
surprise you.
James Caan.
Come on, really?
I just saw a bunch of commercials for that show with his kid in it, and he looks just like him.
Oh, I know.
That would be nice.
And interesting enough, I think James Caan made this movie the same year he made Elf as well.
God, are you kidding me? Oh wow.
That is a pervy looking mustache.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised he did this. He was like, all right, I'll do this Goldberg Killer Santa Claus movie, but as long as I get to wear a 70s porn stash in it.
Well, he got his wish.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Yes.
Different
Clearly, this
times.
was a yes. Clearly, this was a movie that was made in 2003.
Got a
Okay.
little Sonny left in him, doesn't he?
Right? I keep expecting Nicolas Cage to show up now.
Well, first of
That
all,
would be
Nicolas Cage can show up any time in this movie because I can also be Santa Claus, but it'd be Santa Cage.
I would totally. Nicolas Cage as Santa Claus in this instead of Goldberg.
what?
I would totally watch that.
I think somebody's listening to this podcast and it's being thought about and written right now.
Oh, there's Goldberg.
Wow, what a name.
I've seen that movie. It stars Charles Bronson. Whoa!
Good talk.
I like how James Caan
Hey,
wasn't deterred by that at all.
right?
He's like, about fucking time.
What's he drinking? The eggnog or what?
Whoa!
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is just the beginning of the movie, folks.
See, this is kind of like the opening of Scream. It's like, you know what would make like having one well-known actor get killed off in the opening scene of a horror film? Let's get at least 3 or 4 of them for this.
Sure.
thing.
There's the eggnog.
That's the eggnog.
I was wondering why he left her alive the longest. She's
Wow.
got the most annoying voice.
Oh,
Wow.
Rebecca Gayheart died and went back to her home planet.
Every one of these movies, somebody gets killed with a tree star.
It seems that way, doesn't it? Except, have you ever seen the new Christmas Story Christmas movie on HBO?
No,
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't-
Jokered him.
Not yet. Not yet.
I won't give it away then. There's something about a tree star, and Santa will only visit your house if you have a star on the tree, not an angel. You'll get it when you see the movie.
Interesting.
Satanic Santa.
Well, in this case,
Well,
it's
this is-
literal, right? He's the son of the devil, right?
In this one?
Yeah, I think so. Bede?
I'm not exactly sure because this is my second time doing an audio commentary for this film
Okay.
because Marcy and I did one back in the day for the Super Podcast. So I think,
Okay.
and I think he might be. I don't know because I am a little fuzzy on the details.
Okay. Well, he's definitely carrying a pitchfork in a lot of these pictures, so that can be a dead giveaway.
Yeah, well, that is true.
This director, he worked production crew for a lot of good movies.
No shit. What
Uh,
what else has he done, Brian?
Rush Hour, Castaway, Red Dragon.
Holy shit. Well, that explains why he's gotten some pretty big name stars in the opening scene.
No kidding.
Well, and also, like, a lot of those movies were directed by Brett Ratner, and I think he produced this movie,
Okay.
so I think they kind
Ah.
of buddies, so he just produced this movie for him.
Okay. Does make sense.
That guy.
Yeah,
That
that guy.
Okay, so this screen sharing thing, Brian, is this how we're going to do it from now on?
Tell me.
I guess Bede's going to have
to do this.
We don't know shit about YouTube. Philip does. He's got
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll have
YouTube.
to look up the rules. I think there's ways to get around the
Yeah.
copyright stuff on it, but I'll figure something out.
All right.
I mean, it's not like we're playing the audio real loud and we're talking over it, so could be fair
Yeah.
use.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you could probably get away with it if you do like what we do on the 2v Tuesdays podcast and do like a best of little thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. You'll have to give us some inside info, Bede. You'll have to help
Yes.
us out here, man.
Yes. Or if worse comes to worse, you just like delete the movie and just have you guys, all of us
Yeah.
on there, just together.
It's a hell township. Heaven sent sandwich board. Ay, ay, ay.
That kid has a lot of product in his hair.
Does,
Yes,
yeah.
he does.
That's,
I feel like he looks familiar, but maybe not. He
I
looks
expect
like
Art the Clown. I'm expecting Art the Clown to show up any minute now.
Don't be surprised if he does.
Oh, this guy's been in a million movies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saul Robinek.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's with the senior discount.
Yes, it is.
What a hustle.
Did 450 make you any happier?
This
This
kid was
is
just in what's that movie we just Don't Worry, Darling?
Was he? Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do recognize him now.
Oh shit. All right. Well,
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Talbot.
Thank you, and go fuck yourself.
She's an angry.
It's Emily DeRavin from Lost.
you know what?
Yeah.
This is an all-star cast, guys. I didn't expect
yeah.
this.
And also, I feel represented because Emily DeRavin is also a fellow Aussie as well. So
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a buffalo driving this sleigh?
yes,
Come on, Brian.
Yes.
they couldn't afford reindeer for this movie.
I would think a buffalo would be a lot more than a reindeer.
They just
And it's a
grabbed-
real, it's a real buffalo too. It's not like a CGI or an animatronic one.
He's getting road rage.
Get out of the way, you old bitch.
See, this is why you shouldn't smoke and drive at the same time.
Because Santa might rear end you.
Exactly.
Ay, ay, ay.
She's got some fire for those cigarettes now.
Oy. Who was this kid in Don't Worry, Darling? That's not this.
It just says Bill.
Okay. All right. Well,
I wonder
but I
if
think
I think he was one of the new couples that rocked up at that community in Don't Worry, Darling.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He just had a familiar looking face.
not the guy that ate Florence Pugh's pussy, right?
No,
Okay.
that's Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Oh shit.
Well,
well,
they already said go fuck yourself in the movie.
I think Emily DeRavin did this movie before starring on Lost. And thank goodness she did, because this movie probably would not have done anything for her career if she didn't have Lost afterwards.
Yeah. Well, it was about the same time, though. Didn't y'all say this movie was 2003?
Yeah, well, yeah, 2003, I think Lost
Okay.
came out the following year, I think.
Was it? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Lost has been a while.
Hmm.
That was kind of the first show that got me and the wife into watching the shows where it's kind of like, all the episodes add up to a long movie.
Yep. Actually, no, I stand corrected. This movie came out in 2005.
This movie came out in 2005. Okay.
So she was already in Lost when she made this movie.
So kind of the same time then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Who rides a scooter in the snow?
I mean, seriously.
How did you get it there?
It wasn't snowing earlier.
Seems familiar from my neck of the woods.
Yeah, right. Speaking of which, Brian, do y'all have snow right now?
We have too much of it.
You're ready to send some our way.
I could send some your way and still have more than enough.
Don't be surprised if it starts snowing in Australia. Technically, in Australia, it's meant to be summer, and it's the first
of course.
few weeks of summer at the moment, and it is still freezing cold at the moment.
No shit. Well, that's good. That's good. You want it to be gold for Christmas, right?
A little bit, but there is a point where you kind of get sick of being cold after a while.
Of course.
Understandable.
Well, Philip,
Especially
for me, I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, for me and Philip, it's been like heaven on earth lately, right? The last couple of weeks.
Yeah, last couple days have been kind of chilly though.
A little
Oh,
bit.
Fucking good for you guys.
Yeah, dude, it's all the way down to 68, Brian. Ooh.
It's a pimp ass truck, man. I'll take it. We're getting that
Well-
Arctic blast though. Let's see how that goes.
Are we?
Yeah,
right.
supposed
For
to.
us, the Arctic blast is like fucking 48 degrees.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like 10.
For
Gonna have
Brian,
another,
it's
another
negative.
freeze.
I like
You
how
think
this house has like 3 locks on it.
Right. And he knows where every single key's hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And they got an alarm. It's gotta
Hey,
turn off.
redundancy. Can't be too
Jesus
careful.
Christ. They must have had a bad Santa encounter several years back.
See, they should have gone further and had a bar in front of the door, like going boom on there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you're going to go in, go all the way in, right?
Exactly. HornyAsianHousewives.com?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Is he watching
I'll
you
be
porn?
right back.
All right.
Product placement.
Yep. And Pepsi soda. Speaking of product placement, you guys said there's a lot in his hair, huh?
Oh, yeah.
He
I
was
mean,
just wearing a hat and
And it's still perfectly coy.
It wasn't just a hat, it was a beanie, too.
Right. Hey.
He's got to go look for more product
Well,
for his hair.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Why not go into the dark basement with just a flashlight? Is there not a light switch, for fuck's sake?
There never is.
You guys were talking about Scream earlier. This is a scene right out of the new Scream movie.
Or just
Never go-
any horror movie in general.
Never get to the basement alone. Well, how do I know I can trust you?
Well, I've seen a lot of basements a lot recently for my other podcast because Night of the Living Dead has a lot of scenes in basements.
Sure.
mm-hmm.
Where are you going to hide?
Mm. And that's the thing, though. Like, if something like that ever happened in Australia, like, we wouldn't be able to because nobody in Australia has a basement.
You know what? We don't have them here in Texas either. We have attics. Okay.
Hey, look, it's Pops.
Don't be throwing the word hell around all willy-nilly like that. I live in hell, for Christ's sake. True.
Oh, they literally do live in a town called Hell's Town or something. Am I right?
Yes.
One of the lights in the bunker went out.
It's
Is
near
that
Frogtown.
Is that Bruce Dern? It looks like.
I'm gonna say, like, even though I have seen this movie before, at least twice, and I'm already thinking, like, is that Bruce Dern? Oh wait, it's not him.
It does look like him.
It's somebody.
Robert Culp.
Robert Culp. Okay. See, he's a big name too.
They couldn't afford Bruce Dern for this movie, so they got him to look like Bruce Dern.
Okay. Okay. Then that makes sense. Now this looks like a scene out of Back to the Future. Here, Marty, try this out.
Marty, we gotta defeat the evil Santa Claus.
Right.
Oh man, this kid in his profile pic on IMDb,
Yeah.
just like Dane DeHaan.
No. Maybe that is that young Dane DeHaan.
Is he asleep?
He was.
Minus the heroin eyes.
I like the fact that Grandpa here has made like a Walkman that's a record player, and I'm thinking like, who would want that? But then I realized, oh, vinyl's has been back in for the last few years. Don't be surprised if they make Walkman record players.
Everything
Or it
old
was
is new
cool.
again. Dude.
I'm gonna call it the back wax pack. What do you think?
The back wax pack.
Okay.
I don't think that makes sense.
It was better than the original title, The Back Sack and Wax Pack.
It's a man's ear.
Jesus Christ. It's just like fucking Marty McFly.
that cracker's packing heat.
No shit.
File that next to brown colored toilet paper. It's a bad idea. Now, what about that bunker?
Brown colored toilet paper.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll catch on.
He said it was a bad idea. So, Bede, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah, sure, we're going right ahead.
So I've noticed on y'all's website that Marcus writes a lot of reviews. Do you tend to write quite a bit as well, don't you?
I do, but I haven't written a review in like 3 years. Mainly because I got burnt. Mainly because I got burnt out.
Marcus do it all now.
Yeah, so I let Marcus do all the reviews now because he's a way better writer than I.
Yeah,
He does have great reviews.
This guy is a wordsmith.
He is a wordsmith, and that's why I love him. So, I mean, I just kind of got burnt out on writing reviews after a while, and I thought like, I'll write more during COVID, and that didn't happen.
Sure.
So, but I kind of do more audio reviews now, or podcast reviews. Oh,
Whatever works.
exactly.
Now that is a badass Santa right there. Uh-oh. What's going to happen to
Not
this
the guy
Santa?
you'd walk down the street and pick to rob.
It's like a 6'5", 300-pound Santa.
Yeah.
What were you
And
going
the
to say?
Salvo Army.
Brian, I'm sorry, dude. I feel like I cut you off. What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say that I feel like this is just what Goldberg does right here.
See, I'm not a wrestling fan. You guys are, so I've never really seen him in action in the ring.
He's pretty basic. He's just a big guy.
Beats
Right.
people up.
Is he bald like Hulk Hogan?
No, not like Hulk Hogan. Hulk's still trying to hold on to that hair in the back.
Desperately.
It's got like a little curtain going on. Doesn't make
Sure.
any sense.
See, I'm a firm as a balding man myself. I'm a firm believer that if you're balding on top, you can't have your hair grow like long at the back. It just
Yeah.
looks wrong and weird.
Yeah.
And I just use Hulk Hogan as an example.
Oh, we were at the football game today, the Texans and the Chiefs, and
Hulk Hogan was there.
whoever is number 11 for the Texans, he looks just like Bill Burr, like the same exact complexion, the fucking bald head. So I don't know who this player is because I'm not a huge football fan. My brother is, but I swear to God, he walked by and said, "Is that fucking Bill Burr? What the hell is he doing in a Texans uniform?"
Truth about Christmas. And no,
They
I'm
almost pulled it out, didn't they?
Santa Claus isn't real. I'm a little too old for
Yeah,
that.
it was a close game, surprisingly. Yeah, it was an overtime game.
What? Are we Jewish or something?
So was that Cowboys one.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are about wah, wah.
Hey, I still got 10 wins.
You're full of surprises.
Can't take that away from them, can you?
What do we got here?
Hey, the Texans.
like how-
The Texans have a win, Philip.
Yeah, a win.
Yeah, they're in that first round pick ball right now.
For a lifetime of service?
You pull out like the Necronomicon for Christmas or something?
No, right?
A Necronomicon Christmas.
made out of reindeer skin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, look, he just said it.
He said it.
The Necronomicon.
And it's the scary truth you're going to have. Sit down.
Oh man, if Bruce Campbell showed up, that would like seal the deal here.
Well, I think wasn't there a Hallmark movie that in
Yes.
the last few years where Bruce Campbell played
Yep.
Santa Claus or something like that?
I think it's called A Country Christmas or something like that. And so I tried desperately to find it to get my wife to watch it with me, just because Bruce Campbell's in it, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Ah, weak.
I think the geeks reviewed it last
Did
Christmas.
they?
Yeah.
You can tell me where to find it then.
In the history of man, there have been only two
Immaculate Conception. Jesus Christ.
The second was Satan, which is Erica and the birth of their son.
Come on.
Virgin Erica.
Oh, yeah. So he's the son of Santa,
Oh,
or
Lord.
the son of Satan.
This day became
Yeah.
known as the Dag of Mord, or the Day of Slaying. Eventually, Christianity spread. And
This is some Da Vinci Code type of shit right here.
Mm-hmm.
Kidding. No kidding. Bede, I tried really, really hard to get a fellow Australian on the show with us. Tim Davis. Do you know him?
Nah, I never heard of that guy.
Yeah. Come on, you know Tim, right? Horror for
I think-
Dummies.
Dummies
he
of
has
Horror.
it's Dummies of Horror now, Lance.
Excuse me. Now we're really going to be taken off YouTube.
I
Dummies
kid,
of
I kid. I know Tim. He's been on my on Tubi Tuesdays, and
Okay.
and so I have a lot of love for Tim. And it would have been awesome if he was here, but he's going to appear on my show, Bede versus the Living Dead, in the future. So
Well, I think this is his favorite Christmas movie. I think so because he's a huge Goldberg fan.
There's no
I
sharks
thought-
in this.
yeah, I was going to say I thought it'd be Jaws: The Revenge because that's a Christmas movie.
Oh, good point.
So fresh you can almost smell its breath.
Do a double feature of Jaws: The Revenge and Santa Jaws.
That's
Oh,
what
God.
it was. Santa Jaws.
Well, yeah, Santa Jaws is definitely on one of my end of year lists this year. I won't say which one yet.
I believe it's on mine this year, like one of my 25 Christmas horror films I'm watching for my list this year as well. I like how the wallpaper for this house looks like something you would find on a Christmas present.
Yeah, right. You need to unwrap it.
Yes.
From the early
Oh
70s.
damn it! It's not product for my hair.
Oh my God, this kid.
Up. Lance, you sound like a robot. Lance, you sound like Megatron now.
Here we go.
Now it sounds like Soundwave.
I think you're now taking the piss out of us now, Lance. Well, I do like the fact that it's a gun that transforms into a robot, so basically it is Megatron.
That is pretty cool.
Was that a UFO?
It's a U.S. buffalo.
You're still very robotic and alien, Lance.
Okay, this could be a problem. I may have to let you guys do most of the talking then. Fucking, what was he in? SCTV Comedy Network. Is that not Eugene Levy? What's his name?
Oh, Dave Thomas. He was in Strange Brew.
Dave Thomas.
This is ridiculous.
This is how you know, like, you're a first-time director and you're best friends with a, another filmmaker who has had a bunch of hits under their belt, so you can get a lot of favors for people to be in your movie.
I liked the gun present. I thought that was cool. The guy's got fucking 16 locks on his door. You don't own a gun?
Yeah, no shit.
You weren't even here, bastard.
Oh, here we go.
Christmas.
This is a thing, huh?
Oh, here we go. I like there's a stripper working at this strip club named Tess Tickler. Here, mind my buffalo. Lance, I'm going to tell you right now, you sound like you're in a black hole. That's what you sound like right now. Come back to the light, Lance.
And a little like Donald Duck.
Whoa, here we go. As we say on the Tubi Tuesdays podcast, Booby Fair.
I'm not hating this movie, guys.
Right.
I've heard of Ho Ho Ho, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, she's very talented.
Oh, well, it was under the mistletoe, so it's okay. Oh, well, it's that dude's fault. He fell onto that knife.
Wow. Okay, is my sound any better, or do I need to try to reboot while you guys continue?
You sound like you got one of those things that you put to your throat and you talk.
Oh, great. Just sound like
Whoa! You may have to.
Yeah, don't touch that.
We can't even understand you anymore.
At least we know Santa Claus is hygienic because he sprayed that pole for COVID.
Oh,
This movie, I mean, I haven't seen Violent Night yet, so this movie could be set in the same universe.
Well, that's kind of what I thought of when I first saw the preview for Violent Night. But in Violent Night, Santa's the good guy, so it works out.
I'd make a spin-off movie where you get like Bill Goldberg, Mel Gibson, and David Harbour as their Santa Clauses, and just get together and do the action.
Yes. Santa Claus fight to the death.
Exactly. Nope. Hey, Santa Claus, they're not naughty. They're just trying to make a living, damn it.
just like you said. Is my voice that bad still? Do I need to reboot?
You sounded a little bit better towards the end.
Do you have a plug-in microphone, or is it just the mic on the computer?
Yeah, it's a plug-in microphone.
Oh, unplug it and plug it back in.
All right.
Exactly. Have you tried plugging it in, plugging it out again?
Okay, is that any better?
A little bit.
Actually, a little.
I mean, you sound like Ghostface, but other than that, you sound all right.
Oh, that could be a good thing.
I'll be your tech.
So,
What?
what's your favorite?
Oh.
What's your favorite Christmas skit horror movie?
That's right.
Merry Christmas.
Does he have a Confederate flag up on the table there?
Yes, he does.
I think it's
No,
a Norway
that's-
flag or something.
That's a Swedish flag or something.
Swedish, yeah.
Or it's from Denmark. Just ask Lars, he'll tell you.
One of those countries over there.
You want to talk about a little odd?
Okay.
Odd is
Sound
the
check.
regular
Any better or no?
Nope.
Or still bad?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll join you guys later. Hold on.
All right.
I don't know if it's just me, but this kid's hair has gotten at least 10 times bigger than the last time we saw him. It has. It's almost Bud Simpson's like
It doesn't look
height.
good. Like Herman Munster.
Well, to be fair though, like I think anyone back at this time in 2005, we kind of all wanted our hair to look like that.
Yeah,
All
that's fair.
stuff with gel. So
Mine sort of looks like that normally.
now to create a machine gun nutcracker.
They don't need a gun. They have a nutcracker.
Exactly.
See, I don't know what he's trying to do, but something just popped up on Skype.
Well, what do they have like a machine that turns the pages for you? Talk about being lazy.
No kidding.
Hearing their call,
Oh, here we go.
sent down one of his angel generals. The angel took
Oh
the
man, my side of it froze.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
He encountered
Yes.
Yes.
Now you
You
sound
sound a
better.
lot better.
Is it much better?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Regular old Lance.
Yep. Apparently,
don't
I'm gonna
like
have to. Huh?
You don't sound like a transformer anymore.
Okay, good. I'm gonna have to buy a new microphone and a new Surface Pro. Sounds
See,
like
he's-
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Now that dude there looks like Doc right there. Doc Brown with Santa Claus.
I do not see the screen share though, so I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone here.
Brian, is it frozen on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's mine's frozen when they tried to turn the
What
page.
what do you
Lance
guys
just fucked it up for everybody.
probably?
there-
like-
now it's
oh,
back.
there we go. Oh, it's claymation Santa Claus.
Yes.
All right, there we
With
go.
a BDMS buffalo.
I was gonna ask
that a
that.
bird?
Is that what I saw?
Balenciaga buffalo.
And they're playing curling as well. With something that looks
Okay.
like a
Oh,
turd.
it's curling. I thought it was like a buffalo turd.
I was going to say, it looks like one.
All right, cool. We're all in the same spot now. The Hershey's Kiss just
Oh.
went into the hole.
The old man had won.
Is this the bet he lost to become Santa Claus?
Yes.
Okay.
But see, I thought he was like little Nicky. I thought he was the devil's literal son.
He is.
Yes, yeah.
So what's up with little Nicky? What is up with the product in this kid's hair?
What are you talking
It's
about?
only
It's
once-
awesome.
Booyah search.
Well, I did plenty of that when I was his age.
That was the that's the Marine Corps one.
Ah, okay. There you go. Go, Nan Chat. Come
The
on.
mid 2000s internet was weird.
All right.
That's true. You guys remember Ask Jeeves?
Oh yes, AJ. They called it. They changed it to AJ.com. Remember? Ask Jeeves.
I was gonna say, isn't Ask Jeeves like still around? Because I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh.
Let's Google it. Or let's Jeeves it. Ah, Bruce Dern. Oh no, not Bruce Dern.
He's Bruce Dern's Canadian equivalent.
Okay.
Okay, maybe
If only
not.
he had an awesome name like Fat Damon.
Whoa! Clearly, somebody doesn't like Joseph.
Hey. Well.
Poor Joseph. Had to be hard to
This
be
is
that
a
guy.
literal war on Christmas.
Is it?
And it's caused by Santa Claus, ironically.
Think about it though. Your wife gets pregnant and she's like, it was
Whoa!
Oh,
Well.
we're gonna need another Timmy.
To be fair, they did like those kids.
How's they're awfully calm.
They were, weren't they?
The house of heathens. While these people are undeniably moral sinners, they are nonetheless.
That's a good name for a strip club. The House
Is
of
it?
Heathens.
Wow.
Go on with this. So pray with me, if you will, for the salvation of Crystal Candy.
So Candy.
Elaine,
That's all the stripper names.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I thought he
Dixie,
was-
Dixie Ray. Test Tickler, there she is.
Selena Steele was in that Curse of the Catwoman movie I was talking about. Still great. Holds up.
Matter with you? Want to eat? Tai Chung across the street.
A very Jewish.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oy.
He's come here for some bagel goods.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Who just immediately starts throwing shit at him?
There he goes, smash.
This is very Jewish.
Oh, spear.
Yeah, that was a Goldberg move right there.
Oh, yeah. The Star of David.
Well, I think there's kind of the ironic thing about this movie because there are actually, even though, yeah, it's a Christmas movie, there are a lot of Jewish actors in this movie.
Goldberg himself, right?
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, Goldberg's Jewish himself. The only one of was that, and the other guy just had to make a big stink about it, so he had to kill him.
He just wanted the free ice cream.
Exactly.
So that old lady came into a Jewish bagel store expecting it to be decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
Was
Yes.
an ass.
Kind of like the people that own the bakery that won't make a gay rainbow cake for their customers.
Exactly.
Ay, ay, ay. Eat here, get gas.
I always love like store names in any shop ever.
Sure.
It's Tiny Lister.
Hey,
Hey,
well,
yeah.
rest in peace.
Fucking Debo.
Oh man, speaking of COVID, that's what took him down.
Mm.
Oh, really? Is he dead?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. COVID took him down.
Never heard of smoking gum.
Smoking gum.
Sounds hot.
Tiny Lister just can't seem to get away from wrestlers who just want to play Santa Claus in a movie.
That's true.
It's like, of course, No Holds Barred, where he was up against Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan played Santa Claus in Santa with Muscles.
I've never seen that. How have
Yeah.
I not seen that?
You got
I didn't
knocked
know
up.
that existed.
Yeah.
Not only is that a real movie, but it was produced by Jordan Belfort of the Wolf of Wall Street fame.
What? I
Wow.
have to watch it, dude. I used to be the biggest Hulk Hogan fan. I like No Holds Barred was incredible when I watched it the first
We-
time.
We've seen it for the podcast, haven't we, Brian?
Yeah.
It's a classic of classics.
Oh no! Death by Menorah.
Don't touch that.
Yeah,
See, it's
maybe,
it's
maybe
it's
get
evidence
your
of
fucking hands
crime.
off everything,
He's not
dumbass.
dead. He's not dead.
I thought you people didn't even believe in him.
You people.
know.
Jesus Christ.
Who is they though?
This is offensive on so many levels.
Indeed. But like I said, you can only have made this film.
Rabinowitz. Shlomo lipstick. Oi. So to change the subject, Brian, you said, what do we have? Give us a sneak peek for what we have coming up in January on the show, man.
Movies and more movies.
For what? Because remember how January used to be considered the dead month, but we always get at least one good horror movie in January lately.
All right, let me pull up. I know we're gonna have our awesome artwork designer Steve Carlton.
Oh yes.
He is
What
gonna
are
come
they
on.
arresting all the Jews?
You know what? Look, I'm trying to move on here, Philip. Hold on. I'm trying to
I
get
think
us.
as long as we don't get into like Kanye territory, we'll be all
I
right.
just don't want to get taken down right now. So, Brian, what else is coming up?
He's gonna come on. He's gonna pick. He's gonna do the theme for the show.
Ah, okay.
Can't tell you the movies yet. It's a secret.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Captain Cock and Sergeant Bush. This dude.
And also the police chief is named the sergeant's name is Dick Zucker.
So Brian, is there a new movie coming out in January that looks promising?
Your most anticipated movie, Megan.
Made?
Megan. I don't know what Maid is.
Oh, Megan. Yeah. The robot girl. It actually looks pretty decent. I saw the trailer for it. It looks kind of funny.
Don, you now your gay apparel. Dude, they got some pretty good one-liners in here.
We are really gonna get taken off.
Captain,
Hey, if shit's funny, it's funny.
something that predates all of us.
You know what?
Santa Claus
That
is
guy,
not a myth or a legend. He's real. Only he's not bearing gifts.
that
and
guy looks a
presents
lot
anymore.
like Bob Newhart.
It's his low budget equivalent.
I'm sure you're right.
That's exactly
His name is Nob Buhart.
Nah, Boothart.
Gee, Nicholas, that's a swell clock.
This is a weird looking Game Boy.
Yeah.
Well, I figured
So-
we have until about 7 p.m. That'd be midnight at the pole. The North Pole.
What is that like a Santa tracker?
Meantime.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But what time would that be in Australia? Because you guys in Australia get everything before we do. Like I remember,
Well, that is,
you remember the Y2K? We were all
Yep.
watching Australia with bated breath to see if all y'all's computers were going to go down.
People are running
I
around
knew-
outside on fire. Let's all get in.
Hey, I knew Y2K was not going to happen because my TV, when I changed the year, went all the way up to 2010.
There
Oh, there you go.
So you were fine.
Yes, exactly. And also, like, this would be, if this was, like, in terms of what's happening in Australia on this day, because it's Christmas Day here in this movie, it would be Boxing Day, so...
Boxing Day, just like in Mother
Are you
England, right?
Yes.
In Canada.
Yes.
Like in a regular polygon film. It's a geometrical enclosed shape. You see, it's a closed.
Of course, the cops are eating donuts.
I was gonna say
He's got it
he
all over his fucking face
looks
here.
like a fucking Twinkie.
Hey, I thought we weren't trying to get taken down.
It's just the beginning.
I don't know, man. Emily D. Raven looks super young here, Bede. You're right. She looks older and lost. Maybe it's the makeup or something.
Mm. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, well, that's just insulting.
Zapping the balls.
Yeah,
Basically, the Santa Claus in this movie just does not give zero fucks at all.
what's that? Yeah. Kind of
And somehow those toothpicks are holding that guy up on the wall.
That's a good point.
So, B, you have seen Violent Night, or you haven't seen it yet?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, though.
Oh, I can't give anything away then. God damn it. There is some Viking heritage, though. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, it's an interesting take on the Santa mythos, to say the least.
Well,
Interesting.
Brian, you said there was a sequel coming out, right?
Yeah, it's they're
Well,
talking about it.
Not anytime soon, but yeah.
As much as it's already made, I'm not surprised.
But if it's like an origin story, how cool would that be?
Well, I mean, they can make Terror Train 2 for Tubi in
Yeah.
a matter of months.
Hey, B,
Yes.
did you ever watch the TV show American Gods, or have you read the show?
Ah, I haven't read the book and I haven't seen the series, but I'm in meaning to, though.
Oh man, I'll just say there's a particular character that has a very heavy hammer,
Yep.
and I'll leave it at that. It ties into the new the Violent Night movie. I won't say any more than that.
Ooh. Okay.
But it's very interesting the way I think you'll enjoy it.
Nice.
I do. I don't know anyone who's seen the movie that hasn't liked it. Top Gun? What the hell is he doing? Sure. Now fly into the danger zone. Oh, have you guys heard there is some Oscar talk for Top Gun Maverick. Have y'all heard this?
I have heard about this. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it won Best Picture at the National Board of Review, which is like a pretty prestigious award.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be in there. Absolutely.
I mean, maybe for like special effects and shit, definitely. Like it
Well,
has really cool
Yeah,
action
like
scenes.
sound editing and all that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I hear. Okay, here's the rumors I'm hearing for Best Picture so far. Top Gun Maverick.
Best Picture. What are we doing?
Everywhere All at Once.
That's like when they put Black Panther in there, and I was like, what?
Yeah, Black Panther was a good movie though. I haven't
But it
seen the
wasn't
new.
Best Picture good movie. Top Gun's not Best Picture good movie.
No, yeah, I don't know. Top Gun's pretty fucking good, man.
It
Pretty
is.
goddamn-
It's not Best Picture kind of movie.
I'm pretty sure compared to what other movies are going to be on there, you probably think it's a better movie.
Elvis is supposed to be on there, and I thought that movie was shit.
Really?
Yeah, I did not care for Elvis. Have y'all seen
I
it?
didn't
The
mind
new-
it.
Lance, I think we can't be friends anymore. Sorry.
What's that? Oh, my opinion, it was so-so. It was so-so.
We
Everything
go from shit
Everywhere
to
All at
so-so.
Once is probably my favorite. Though. I love that movie.
What's that?
Everything Everywhere All at Once is probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies of the year.
One of my top movies of the year. It got leapfrogged by another one when I saw it the second time, but it's still up there for me.
Yeah, I think that one, like Everywhere All at Once, I think is the front runner. I think, which is so weird given how insane that movie is.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Whoa!
Great movie.
It's so different.
Yeah, very different, very original.
To be fair, I think everyone's always wanted to do this to carolers that they come around not
To
to
be
do
fair,
it.
to be fair.
To be fair. So, see, when you guys say Tubi, you have to give me, Marcy, and Batch like $1. But when I say it, it's okay.
We say it a lot, so I guess we owe you a lot of bucks.
Yes. And we still have to do that crossover episode at some point very soon.
To be fair, I will say that my favorite movie of the year, I'm not going to say what it is yet, but it's a director that has had my second favorite movie of the year 2 different years.
Interesting.
So just think, what could it be?
Mm.
It was Everything Everywhere All at Once, but when I rewatched this one, I was like, okay, there's a lot of great shit interconnected in this movie. So it's been a good year in movies. It really has been. It's been a great year.
I have to say that is a really stupid fucking hat.
To be fair.
I don't understand it.
What's with hiding the key in the oil can? Uh-oh.
Oh, that door is obviously made out of plastic.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, yeah, it is bending every time he hits it. And the kid's name is Nicky, like little Nicky. Although I guess
you really love that movie, don't you?
well, to be fair, that movie came out before this one, right? So it might
Oh
have
yeah,
been,
Did it?
yeah. And I also like that Santa Claus's belt looks like a WWE Championship belt.
That's awesome.
to be fair, Bede, it would.
To be fair. You see, Lance, every time you say "to be fair," you have to give me and Marcy a batch of dollar.
My checkbook's sitting right over here.
We're copywriting that shit.
It may bounce. It may bounce when I write it, but to be fair, it may bounce.
I gotta say they did a good job on his hair. Because
It
that's not
looks-
his hair, right?
Oh, that looks real. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it too. Great.
I
great
mean,
job.
Yeah, well, Bill Goldberg is a very balding man, so they were able to do a good job to make his fake hair look real. I mean, it looks better than Steven Seagal's hair. Let's just say that.
He's got like that
I will
piano paint.
Dean, I will say that one of my favorite segments on To Tuesday is when
Yeah.
Professor Batch breaks down the weed of the week. And he
A batch of
describes
smoking.
there's notes of cinnamon and it's like he's describing a bottle of great wine, you know?
And it's a new one each time because basically
Yes. It
I
has
think my favorite.
purple hairs mixed with a tinge of ginger colored hairs, a slight cinnamon flavor, and an intense cranberry finish.
I'm free to hunt down every last one of those brats.
Jesus Christ.
So who's the old man? Is he the angel?
I think he's not Bruce Dern.
Well, yeah.
I think basically like, oh, here comes the Santa buffalo.
Oh boy. Well,
Oh, he's
That's
dead.
why you stay away from him in the state parks.
yep, that was only going to end one way.
Damn it. And Grandpa only had 1 day left till retirement.
Ay.
I would love to drive one of those things.
They're fun.
Well, Brian, yeah, you drive your one to work every day, don't you?
No, I usually save gas and take the sled dogs.
To be fair, if I had sled dogs,
And you wear the tennis rackets on your feet, right?
yeah,
Yes.
that to be fair was totally by accident.
Hey, we still have to pay.
Unintentional.
We still have to pay for it, Phil.
I know.
Look out, those presents have
throwing-
bombs in.
Yeah.
It's the Christmas season. We're feeling generous.
Bean, I think we just financed your podcast for the next 7 years.
Yes. I think Lance, you have promoted my podcast more than your own show on this podcast.
Probably
Well,
will.
to be fair, it's probably worth it.
Yes.
Probably
Oh.
much.
Which means both of our
Right.
listeners listen to YouTube.
Here comes that unidentified flying buffalo.
Buffalo chips raining from the sky.
Yes.
Oh,
It's an
come
alien
on.
buffalo.
Really?
Yeah, that's getting a little ridiculous.
Alrighty.
Oh, he's got a red nose.
Whoa!
He's shooting teeth? What the hell?
This
This
Where's
is the moment we
Booger?
broke Lance.
You know, Booger should show up in this. Isn't he in most of the ski movies?
They should
Lane!
have.
Where's
See, I am disappointed that.
Boy.
Clint Howard isn't in this movie.
Oh, he's gotta be. He's gotta be. It's not over yet, Pete. It's not over yet.
Damn kids.
There he is. Do you see him?
Sorry. Okay. Ready?
Third Santa from the left. Ay, ay, ay.
I like the reason that Santa Claus is basically only going on a killing spree because, like, he no longer has to give presents to everyone, so now he's just gone batshit insane.
Why not? Why not? You skanks!
Well, he's the Satan version of Jesus. So.
Hey,
Well, yeah.
well, I mean, at the end of the day, what's the difference, right? I mean,
I think there's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Murders a bunch of people. So there's that.
sweet Jesus. He said, "Sweet Jesus."
Oh,
I saw you've met my hell deer.
yeah. It's not a buffalo; it's a hell deer.
My God. A little mule type deer.
It's
I think you kind of have to be like, listen, I gotta stop you. It's not a deer.
Hey, that is a very Viking look, right? With the shields on the side of the sled and everything.
it's basically like a reindeer on steroids.
All
Or
right.
It's a buffalo.
We make ourselves scarce and we hope and we pray that the 12
Well, now his hair's messed up.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
That's
it
why
looks
they're
like...
looking.
Huh? Do
I was
what,
gonna say
Pete?
they're looking for. I was gonna say they're trying to break it so they can find more product for his hair.
I thought he
That's
was
what
a finger in a socket.
That's what he asked for Christmas. That's why Santa's after him. Like, fuck this goddamn kid. I can't take it anymore. Oh,
No
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
You better find something else there, Superman.
Oh, come on.
Who
Really?
keeps a barrel that, like,
Kick it,
a
dummy.
chain next to a
Fucking
barrel?
ridiculous. Leave it to the woman to figure it out.
Well, she's the one with the badass truck that knows how to use a gun.
Yeah. Uh-oh. God damn it. It'll slit her throat, whatever you do.
I was gonna say, at least break the rest of the mirror.
No
I mean,
shit. Now, that is some great special effects right there. That looked real.
How much time do we have?
it should be retroactively given an Oscar.
Can we do that? Is it legal?
Yes, I
Okay.
say so.
All right. Well, then it's done.
What was the last thing he was working on?
Look, there's a tag on it.
Christmas present?
There's a tag on it. Oh, come on.
So no.
Jesus Christ.
He loved you.
So instead of giving him a gun, they gave him a nutcracker gun.
Well, you know.
It's the thought that counts.
Exactly right.
Till you need it.
Oh, Santa's showing off his guns now.
Literally.
He's got an ice scraper. For what?
What?
He
His beard
really
doesn't really move.
Now that you mentioned it, Brian, I noticed that too. It looked real until Brian just literally lifted the curtain back from the wizard and revealed that the beard doesn't move.
Defense
Or offense.
Santa's beard's got product in it as well. That's why it's not moving.
There you go.
Got a bit of beard. What is it? Beard oil in it.
What it is? Okay. I thought maybe it was just pussy juices, but okay.
Oh.
Are we,
Mrs. Claus.
are we off YouTube now, Brian?
I'm not entirely sure we put this one up anyway, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you guys have now been banned from YouTube.
All right.
Well, it was a fun
This-
pre-show.
Oh!
Come on, let's go.
He's got a cane saber.
He has a glow-in-the-dark candy cane, and it like looks cool, but he's like, oh, don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I
True.
know that. That seemed like an entirely worthless thing to put in your pocket,
Man.
Whoa!
especially when you can do that.
We've switched over to an X-Men cartoon all of a sudden.
He's a multi-purpose killer Santa Claus. He can just do whatever the scene requires.
I guess.
So don't be
Lasers from his eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be surprised if like he opens up his chest and he has a cannon in his chest that fires.
Don't
Like-
say that, Abe. Did you just spoil it?
He's got a like an Austin Powers, the nipple guns.
Yes. See, look at the belt. It's basically a WWE belt that's in the
I
shape
see
of
that.
Santa
I
Claus's
see
face.
it. Yep.
It is kind of awesome.
I can't believe Nez is missing this show. Is that a grenade?
It's a smoke
Smoke
Why does
bomb.
he even have that?
God.
He has everything.
Ah, get it. It can scare the dickens out of people because he's reading A Christmas Carol,
Oh,
Whoa!
written by Charles. Oh, good
we
shot.
almost.
Who throws a book? Seriously.
Just like my grandpa. Except for the alien part.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the Zamboni scene?
It's got to be right. Hockey stadium.
I'm gonna run you over really slowly.
See, this movie is taking way too many cues from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I thought he was supposed to be jolly.
Oh, maybe it's the killing that's
That's the
missing.
third joke we've made in the past minute.
See,
I
why
know.
maybe you guys, well, you guys have talked about doing an Austin Powers audio commentary, so you may have to do it at some point.
Oh, we've done Gold Member. We've done Gold Member as part of
Have
the
you?
Gold trilogy. Yeah, we did that one and the Golden Circle of the what was that movie, Brian? The Spy. Help me out
Mhm.
here. Yeah, we did that
Yeah,
one. We did
that
Gold Member, and we did James Bond Goldfinger all in one episode.
Oh,
Gold
nice.
Member is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
I got gold.
Ostinbauische Spaza.
What the fuck? The flashlight's gonna stop him?
Santa Claus, not fucking Dracula. Why did he stop it?
Whatever it was.
Working.
Whoa!
Yikes! He ran out of juice.
Oh, it's curling.
It's the magical curling thingy.
Yep,
Whatever
the
that's
turd.
called.
The
What is
Hershey's
that
Kid.
called? The curling
Cur-
thing.
What is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't
I know
look
the
it up.
sports. I know the
Rock.
sports call, but I don't know what the actual thing is like that they have to use.
I think out of all the four of us, Brian would know the best because he lives in the frozen tundra. So
Those are
Probably
rock.
fucking
Huh?
curls over here.
What
It is
is
the
up?
angel.
What is up with Angel Grandpa's outfit?
I don't know, but it looks like a fucking leprechaun.
It's a
He's got a
curling
little
iron.
ridiculous hat on. That's
Curling iron, guys. There you go.
Okay. He looks like a Backstreet Boy from the I Want It That Way music video.
I hope the Backstreet Boys come back when they're super old and look just like that.
I think this is them
I'm
now,
sure they will,
actually.
dude, if there's money.
I would watch that. New Kids on the Block are about there, right?
Well, pretty much. I mean,
What
Tony
about-
Wahlberg the work. So
What about Menudo? Do you guys remember Menudo?
isn't that the group Ricky Martin was in?
Yeah. The original. The OG
original.
man.
Because they've had like 80 member changes over the years.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say that's the one where they like cycle through members.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can I please have a mini bake off?
They just destroy one child's life after another.
as each priest rapes no, oh, never mind. Now we're off YouTube for sure.
Don't go there, lad. Don't go there. This is a sophisticated podcast.
Oh, you're making fun of Christians. That's totally fine. I don't think anyone's gonna stop you from that.
We're okay. All right, good. Ay.
So the whole final battle is them doing a curling match.
You've got to be kidding.
Man, Pops really likes curling.
No shit.
Back to being good once.
Note to self: if you go up against a killer Santa Claus, challenge him to a game of curling.
Well, now you know.
Soul will be enslaved for all of eternity. How about that?
Grandpa!
Nicky, just remember, the only worthwhile gifts.
This literally is like Nicky and his grandpa. Literally is Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I can see it. I can totally see it. And not just because I happen to have been watching Rick and Morty last night either.
So all that shit, and they didn't even use the Nutcracker gun.
Oh, see, they're still talking.
Okay, you like your little furlough. Let's finish this.
Wait,
Goldberg
so
is-
like
Okay,
in the Olympics when they do curling, they like sweep in front of it and shit, right?
yes,
Yeah, well-
you have two people sweeping, right?
So
Yeah.
can they not do that here?
Again,
Ah,
Brian,
Grandpa
you-
cheated. Oh, sorry, Santa Claus cheated.
well, Brian should be able to clear this up. Brian lives in the land of the ice and snow. So how does it work, Brian?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Oh, here we go. Now he's gonna use it.
Uh-oh.
You know, most people make the same mistake. The correct time at the pole is completely discretionary. Because the poles are where all the time
Oh my God! He's right. He's right.
He's scary yet.
I mean,
Yeah.
see, this is why like, it's still Christmas somewhere in the world. So,
Yes, he exists at all times at once on all planes.
oh,
Uh-oh. The Nutcracker.
Chestnut. Come on.
killer Santa Claus has been taken out by the lamest thing ever.
I know.
You're done, Santa.
Oh, wait, Grandpa's still alive, and he's not in, and he's not in hell yet.
Oh no! Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the Zamboni.
To quote Austin Powers right now, why won't you die? Seriously, the Santa Claus in this movie has more lives than the robot killer Santa Claus from Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Although to be fair, he did get hit on the opposite side of his heart with a nut. So
Well, that is true.
True. Ay, how the fuck does fire freeze it again?
Because curling's a cool sport. Oh,
So why did he leave this guy alive?
no, and now he's dead.
Well, there goes that. You were saying, Philip?
He's just like cruising around with him. I don't understand.
Who knows?
He's like, I'm gonna murder you by sticking a bunch of toothpicks in your fucking body, and this guy I'm gonna hang out with for a little bit.
Ay. So Brian, what are we going to watch along with Megan in January?
You'll just
Did
have
you-
to wait.
Oh man, you won't give anything away. You're worse than Santa Claus, man.
We'll go.
Ex Machina. Have we already done that one?
I don't know.
Did we do that?
I don't think
I feel
we've
like we did
done
that
it, but we've done other movies from that director.
Don't leave us in charge. I can't leave you, Grandpa.
Ex Machina is a good one,
I don't recall raising a Sally. Now,
especially when Oscar Isaac does his disco dance. He's an angel.
Time to go. I'm not back. The Bears do Santa. They stand there all day.
Oh boy,
I wouldn't touch her at that time of year. They look like
what could go wrong? Hold my beer. What could go wrong?
disgusting there.
Literally.
Hey, there's that asshole that went by here earlier. And my baby sister.
All right,
Little
Bede.
known
Well,
secret: drinking is a big part of hunting.
yeah, I was gonna say, Bede. Welcome to America and Canada here.
But they're not even hunting. They're just like shooting
Yeah.
like clay pigeon
Oh, they're
things.
just fucking around. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Hanging.
hey, Lance, this guy here was doing what you were doing earlier with the little throat thing.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what you sounded like
It
earlier,
is
Lance. I'm
exactly
not-
what you sounded like.
Maybe I've
It
had
was
too
like,
many cigarettes too. Then.
it was like Val Kilmer was on the show.
Oh, too soon, Philip. Too soon.
Too soon. Although that dude, even though he has that thing to his throat, he's still smoking.
Right. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't smoke. Even my doctor.
It's actually weed.
Fuck that doctor. Oh, well, that's purely medicinal then.
Why do you keep giving this kid the gun? He has no idea how to use it. Why don't you shoot him?
Of course, this movie would end like the only way to stop Santa Claus is to shoot him out of the sky.
Of course. Oh, again, Bede, welcome to America.
And of course,
No,
it's the guy who didn't even know how to use a gun that killed him.
Oh!
Ouch.
Why did he explode?
He had a rocket launch. Someone had a rocket launch.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
a
I
rocket
hit.
launcher.
Okay, well,
Again, America.
That's
Oh,
why.
he had a rocket launcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
America. Fuck yeah.
Saving up his llama loot. Isn't it great?
Jesus Christ.
Was that you, Lance?
Yeah, that was me.
And the ambulance finally arrived.
Yeah, about 28,237 cigarettes too late.
And also like half the town being killed.
Hey. Do the American flag.
What a scam. That was one of his altar boys.
He was one of the altar boys.
All right,
Hey.
stand back. Things are about to get a little messy.
He's got the jaws of life.
Literally, Jaws the Revenge.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. If he's using the Jaws of life to free Santa Claus, so that means it's the Santa Jaws.
Hey, there's no restrictions on two-way. That dude's allowed to have a bazooka. Don't start.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If we're gonna open that door, we might as well keep it open, right, Philip?
Yep. It's been open
Why should we live in fear?
200 fucking years.
Well, I can say one thing. This dude's product in his hair must be keeping him warm because everybody else is wearing a hat or a beanie.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Now that you mention it. And he's got the Necronomicon.
Yes.
I got you, babe.
This girl has been flirting out
Yeah.
of her mind with him the whole movie, and he's still oblivious.
But he's got so much product, he's more interested in his own hair than fucking
And she
her.
had to kiss him.
And even then, she'd be like, "Are you flirting with me?"
Right.
Also, real life guys are pretty oblivious. Just so you know.
Yes.
I night. Is that it?
There's
There's
like
gotta
still 10 minutes to go.
Okay, Mr. Satan. That's shit time.
Like the hockey player.
Seriously, man.
Connecting in Winnipeg and
Well, my work here is done.
I guess.
That's correct.
How many bags do you have?
Just one.
Just the Santa bag. And for all of you folks listening at home, this is why I plead for all of you, if you're listening, please become a Patreon patron. So Brian can no longer pick the movies for us to do commentaries for.
So you didn't
Great,
you didn't
dude.
have a good time watching this?
Oh, listeners at home, I beg of thee, I prithee.
I think you
Please,
had one too many drinks.
I'm glad we got to watch it again.
No,
Hey,
this is
let-
awesome. This is awesome.
I'm going to bump up my Patreon so I can get you guys to do a commentary on Elves next year.
Hey, we're down. We're down. All you got to say the word.
You know, seriously though, this one is not as bad as we kind of made it out to be.
No.
Like it's got some good lore behind it. It's definitely ridiculous and funny, but by intention.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And some definite talent in here. Some big name stars in here that I did not expect to see.
A lot of favors were made to get this film made.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
And maybe a lot of cocaine too.
Oh, fuck, True Romance. That's what I remember him from. Remember, he was the director that was trying to buy the cocaine from Christian Slater's character.
Exactly. Llama cigarettes, like what it says on his movie.
He's got a cigarette shit all over everything. That's awesome.
He got all the points, right? Like they used to do the Monroe points and shit like that.
Yeah. The camel
Oh,
thing. I think Camel did a bunch of those, right?
Oh yes, yes they did, yes they did. And Brian, we want to thank you for picking the movie, man. But we're not done yet.
Oh, after credits.
There's like bloopers.
Okay. Let's see some boobies.
Oh yeah, I forgot. One of the things I enjoy in the credits is like they have this section where it tells everybody who was naughty or nice in the movie.
Why
Yeah,
Pastor Timmons
Robert-
naughty? He didn't do anything.
John Rubenek was nice. Chris Kattan was naughty. Fran Drescher was naughty. And the list goes on. So B, tell us more about what you got going on, man.
What have I got going on at the moment? Well, I've got, I talked about this earlier. I got my new solo podcast, Bede versus the Living Dead, which of course is a podcast that's dedicated to looking at and exploring all the remakes, reimagining, follow-ups, and so much more to George A. Romero's 1968 horror classic, Night of the Living Dead.
Yes, but
And believe me, there's a lot.
Okay, but will you be doing the sequels, or will you only be doing versions of the original?
Well, I will be at the moment because there's already like a fuck ton of this of them, and I literally found out the other day there's like 3, 4, or at least 3 or 4 more indie remakes coming of Night of the Living Dead.
No. And let me guess, they're all available on YouTube as well.
Well, at least one of them is. And others I may have to like email the filmmakers themselves to kind of see if they can send me a screener to watch.
Right.
And but I will be doing like Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead as well in the future once I sort of cover everything.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because Dawn of the Dead like has, you know, its own remake and that, but it also has all the Italian side, like, you know, Zombie and all the other ones, like all that spun off from there. And also Day of the Dead has has a remake. It has like two remakes, a sequel, and also a TV show. So there's definitely a lot of ground for me to cover.
Yes, lots to cover, to say the least.
I think I like
And-
this better.
All
Sorry.
right,
And-
well, Brian,
Yes.
go ahead, man.
And of course, find all my other podcasts I host with Super Marcy on the Super Network on all podcast streaming services everywhere, including Bede vs. the Living Dead, so you can check those out there. And and maybe members of this podcast may be joining me in a future episode of Bede vs. the Living Dead. I'm just saying it may happen.
Yeah,
we'll just...
we're gonna try to. Well, we appreciate you coming by. But Brian, tell us what's going on with wrestling and streaming and action, for that matter.
Nothing's going on right now. It's the holidays.
But there is shit going on, dude. Y'all had a wrestling return a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago.
But what's coming out in the future?
It's done for the year.
Oh man, come on, dude, you're killing me.
But
So you gotta have an action returns coming out soon.
Maybe, but right now it's all about the 12 random days of Christmas over on the Skater Nez podcast network.
And where can our listeners find that?
Anywhere you get your podcasts at.
As if they don't already know, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's how they got here in the first place.
Well, that's the SK numeral 8 ER. Am I correct, Brian?
Yep.
Skater Nez. And Philip, what's up with you, man?
Hey, man. Just trying to make it through. Same as always.
So are you it's kind of cold weather right now. So are you doing any coaching, or is that going to wait till spring?
Yes. Still baseball coaching. You guys can't watch that. Sorry.
Maybe one day, right?
Come down to the island, man.
All right. Island of Galveston. Everybody's invited. And of course, we will all be at Texas Frightmare in May. And Bede, any chance at all you guys could make it all the way from Australia to Texas in May?
Probably not.
It's a little bit of a jaunt, I guess.
Listen,
Yeah,
if we're
it
gonna
is.
visit Bede and Marcy, I would totally go to Australia, except it's a shit ton of money.
Yeah, well, I think that I was reading the other day, a few months back, that there's going to be flights directly from Dallas to Melbourne. I think.
Really?
I'm not exactly sure. Well, it might be. Something might have to look it up. But I definitely need to go to Texas Frightmare at some point in the future. Probably not this year, but definitely in the future. It's definitely in the cards. And like I said, you guys are always more than welcome to even come down here, so it saves me money too.
Oh yeah, we gotta find a place in Australia that has some sort of horror convention and do it.
I'm
yeah,
sure that
definitely.
you guys have them all the time, don't you?
Oh, actually, no. We don't really have that many horror conventions. We have regular
Really?
conventions,
Okay.
but not horror conventions as much, which is kind of bizarre. But it needs to definitely happen for sure.
Well, hey, I know Marcy knows some people.
Yes,
We'll
exactly.
get together.
Well, I mean, Marcy
good on
has family that is literally in the business.
Yeah.
Because I've seen
That's what I'm saying.
is it her sister Bede that I've seen her sister's name on several high profile films.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, and I know we have a place to sleep, Bede, because you can always let us sleep in the outback near your house. Am I correct?
Oh, totally. You can sleep on kangaroos, and I think there's probably a couple of emus
Single-
there.
A platypus or two.
Yes, exactly.
I'm definitely
All right.
taking one home. Smuggling
All right.
a baby
Oh,
Rudolph in my backpack.
On that note, we would like to thank you guys for listening to another episode of The Horror Returns. You know how to find us. Just go to thehorrorreturns.com, or our email address is thehorrorreturns@gmail.com. Still waiting for more of that feedback, guys. Nobody has entered our contest yet to send an email. So how does that contest work, Brian?
Send an email with your information to thehorrorreturns@gmail.com.
Yeah. About,
We will
about as
send you a
simple as it
koozie.
gets, right?
The
For
stubby
free.
holder.
A stubby holder, as
A
they call
stubby
it in
holder.
Australia.
Exactly. That's what we call them here. Stubby
Is that
holders.
a thing? That's a stubby
Yes.
holder. All right.
All right. Well, so next week, I think even though Al can't be on the show because I think he's going to be in Israel or something like that, somewhere way overseas.
Whoa.
We are still doing his picks, right, Brian? Next week.
Yep. Commentary.
Okay. So we got a big commentary coming up for Al Ramseur, and he's a super patron. Dude sends us a nice little check every month, and least we can do is do a commentary for him. So we're going to do Tragedy Girls, which I've never seen, but I've heard great things. Have you guys seen it?
Yes, I have.
Me too.
All
I don't
right.
even know what it is, but I will be happy to watch it.
Well, looking forward to it. So until the horror returns again, Bede.
Good night. Oh, good night. Good night.
All right, guys. I will try to